Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Pat from alphahorn.com with Friday's futures trading wrap up, showing you how the system did on Friday. We kind of traded in and out all day on Friday. I have a bunch of errands. I'm actually in the process of moving. I'll be moving the next couple of months and trying to get everything ready. It's a major pain in the butt. That's why we've kind of put off rolling out this futures platform to the end of the year until I get my move in place. I'm going to start taking anyone who's interested in subscribing. I think the price is probably going to be somewhere around $200 a month. I'm going to cap it at 100 subscribers, but I need obviously to get critical mass to make it worth my while to do this. So if you're interested in subscribing, shoot me an email at alphahornmarketmusings@gmail.com. Once again, that's alphahornmarketmusings@gmail.com. I'll have it up at the end of this video if you're interested, and I'll start taking a potential subscriber list, and then when we're ready to roll it out, I'll shoot everybody an email. I'll let you know first payment's due, and first 100's interested, and probably need at least 50 to do it. But once again, by probably around the end of the year, when I'm settled, we'll look to roll this out, and you'll have access real time to the screens you're about to see, and free to trade any way you want to, and I'll be trading along as we go. So Friday's action, once again, profits at $775. We had $1,000 winning, $225 of losing trades. Losing trades are really trades we did free market. Anyway, it was a decent day, all considering the fact that we weren't real focused on the days of trading. Let me show you what we were doing. Here's a 30-minute chart, and what we were looking at was we had a bit of a pullback, a large pullback, a couple days ago, and then on Friday, here's where Friday starts, and here's the open on Friday, right in this ballpark right here. And so we had some weakness overnight, and what I'm looking for is a break above this key indicator here, this red-green line. It's green above it, it's red below it. And when we get above it and that big turns from resistance to support, it's typically a pretty good indication that we're going to have a nice run. If you're new to my system, the Alphahorn swing system has been available to subscribers since 2011 at www.alphahorn.com. We have subscribers who subscribe, and we trade ETFs. We swing trade them, and we started with a portfolio valued at $100,000 back when we rolled this out in 2011. That portfolio today is worth close to $700,000, and now we're looking to use the same type of system. Obviously, we've tweaked it for futures trading to trade futures, and kind of showing you how it is. We're looking to, like I said, to roll it out toward the end of the year. And so when I trade futures, I'm looking at a variety of different charts at once. I'm looking to make sure that I have a big picture idea of what I think the trend's going to be. And in this case, I was looking for a bullish day on Friday. The minute this broke, the 30-minute chart broke back above kind of the middle of the bands here. We had the middle of the bands. We had this red-green indicator here. It was a pretty bullish indication for me. Trading futures, I don't necessarily need to wait for my candles to change colors. If you're new to my system, my candles actually tell me things. The red candles are bearish, the yellow candles are transitional, and the green candles are bullish. Swing trading, it's one thing to wait, but futures trading on the 30 minutes is too long of a time frame to trade in that manner. But once again, that was the big picture. Now, when we look at the 5-minute chart, totally different ball game. Here, you can see when the market opened, we were breaking up to the upper half of the bands. We were getting up above the midline of the bands. We were moving from red candles to yellow candles. And as we drew a regression channel on the 5-minute chart, you can see all day long, as we entered the trades, and I wasn't trading off of this, I was trading off a range chart, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I want to show you this one just as another way that we look at kind of regression to the mean as we trade. Futures are very good at going from point A to point B, but they do it in a very haphazard way. They want to take out as many stops as they can. It's never a nice, smooth uptrend. So that's why so many people lose money in futures. I mean, you can be bullish for the day, but there are times throughout the day that it's better to be bearish or sit out. Okay, so we entered trades in the morning at the bottom of the regression channel. We took profits at the upper. We re-entered right after it bounced off the lower. In this case, I was leaving. I was running errands. I took profits too early. I mean, it really cost me, and I've been able to stick around. I could have squeezed another, 3 points out of this trade. Excuse me. Actually went short right here. Ended up getting out of it for a tick, and then went long one more time. And once again, got out of that trade too early as well. But like I said, I don't trade the 5-minute chart. This is the chart I do my trading off of. And as you see here, we entered this in the morning, right as the background is also an indicator for me. When it goes from gray to white, that is a bullish signal. So here we have candles that are breaking up above these two lines here. The upper one I call the Alphahorn trend tracker, just kind of follows the trend. The other one is a key support level. In my futures trading. As you can see, it found support on it a couple times throughout the day, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But we began to scale into our contracts. I moved to stop up, and one of them got stopped out, but I re-entered it right away. And then we just followed this run, with an average cost somewhere in the 3,013 from an entry perspective. And once we tested the upper barrier here, what I expect when that happens is a regression to the mean, which we did get in this case. So I took profits around 3,020. So a really nice run there. We made some good money there. It backed up and it found support exactly where I would hope it to be if this is going to be a bullish run throughout the day. It backed up between the middle of the bands and this lower indicator I've got here. This is a point where I would expect it to find support, and when I saw it tested a couple times, find support, and then bounce back and get back above the mid band line here, I was able to re-enter the trade and should have ridden it all the way up to test it again. Like I said, I was running errands in and out. I took profits here on that trade. I actually shorted it here and got one tick out of it, and then immediately went back along and made $100 on this trade on one contract. I did leave the house at this point, but had I been around at the end of the day, this would have been a nice short. Whenever it gets this overbought, and especially when it tests a huge volume mark like this, you can expect a regression to the mean. And I probably would have shorted it in the middle of this yellow candle as it broke below the line, or maybe even at the close of that yellow candle to be safe. That would have been an entry of about 3,026 and a quarter, and I would have written it down to this, and where I would have expected to find support. And so, there's 3 points possible short. Nice little scalp there at the end of the day. That would have been a nice little trade. But, I hope that gives you some idea of how we trade this thing. Everything's on here for a reason. The color of the candles are important for us. The background's important for us. These lines are important. You can't trade one indicator, I don't believe, and make money trading futures. It takes a variety of perspectives. It takes a variety of views, and it just takes, sometimes there's a little bit of art in here too. It takes a feel, having watched it and having traded it, and sometimes it takes having lost money for a while before as you learn your lessons. But without a system, without rules that you trade by, you're going to be in the 90% or whatever of people who trade futures and don't make money. But with the right platform and the right set of tools, there's no reason why, if you're disciplined, you can't make futures trading a very profitable experience, as we've been doing. I'll continue to show videos as we trade this. Like I said, I'm in the process of moving, so I'm by no means doing this every day. As I make trades and as I have daily trading activity, I'll post it one way or the other. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, the information will be at the end of this video. If you're interested in subscribing, shoot us an email. Hope everybody has a good week, and we'll be back in touch then. Bye-bye.